Hello, welcome back to Politics and Religion with Brian. Well, I checked my comments and surprise, surprise, nobody said anything. So we're going to shift gears here a little bit today. We've been talking a lot about politics. We're going to talk a little bit about religion, specifically Mark 9:49. Now, don't worry, I had to look it up too. I know my Bible, but I don't know it chapter and verse like that. So don't feel bad. And in that verse, Jesus says, all will be salted with fire. And he goes on to talk about how good salt is, how important it is. And that's very true, especially in the ancient days, ancient times. It was so rare and precious, but so very needed and necessary for your body to function properly that they literally paid people in salt. You know, it's like saying someone worth their salt. That's where it comes from. So definitely salt is a good thing, but fire doesn't sound very good. You know, it's like, what are you talking about here? Sometimes when things aren't so clear in the Gospels, it helps to back up and read the context around where that phrase was said. And just a few verses earlier, Jesus had said that he literally asked his disciples why the Christ must suffer. So that gives us a clue. Suffering was on Jesus' mind. So perhaps that tells us what this fire is, that all must be salted with suffering. Now, why? Well, that's a tougher question. But I think it has to do with if we can recognize what suffering feels like, we know what it feels like in ourselves, then we can see it in others. And we're able to hopefully do something about it, right? So if you see someone suffering, step up and do something. If there's nothing you can do, say something. If there's nothing you can say, then simply be there with them in the suffering. Now, with the whole COVID-19, we've seen a lot of people suffering. Thank God, we've seen a lot of people the world over stepping up and trying to help. The whole alone together thing, that gives me hope for humanity. It truly does. And then we compare that with the George Floyd incident and the real call and clamor and demand for change, again, all across the world. It gives me hope. We are not immune to suffering. The suffering has not lost its flavor. Like he says, if salt has lost its taste, what is it good for? Except to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. You see, suffering is a part of life. Jesus himself even suffered. But everything happens for a reason. I believe that reason is so that we can step up and help each other in our sufferings. And that's my opinion. If you have anything contrary or to add on to that, I'm sure there's a lot more we could say on the subject. So feel free to use the comments section, and hope to see you guys again. Take care. Bye-bye.